Yo, what's good? It's your boy Flame back here with another video. Um, so I got a little story time. The story is not anything that happened recently. It was actually like a couple months ago, but I wanted to post it back then, but I was my ego was still a little bit hurt. So I didn't really know if the mistake that I made was kind of a reflection of me as a driver and my potential, or was it just that, a mistake? So I decided not to post it because I didn't know. But now that a couple months have went by, no incidents, I kind of know that it was a rookie mistake, and I have recovered from that type of decision making. So let's get straight into the story. So it takes place in upstate New York. I'm in the Northeast for probably about a solid 2 weeks. I'm sick of it. It's mountains, it's narrow roads. I'm tired of it. It's a Monday. Now I got to get home on a Friday, right? So I'm just waiting for them to send me the load. They send me the load. I see it on my phone. Okay, pick up in upstate New York, and then I'm going to Virginia. That's perfect. I know I've been to Virginia before. I know how to get there. It's just, a straight shot down the interstate. So I go ahead, I pick up the load, boom, no problems. It's a fairly light load, 25,000 pounds. Don't really got to worry about the tandems or anything. And then, so I pick up the load and I get going. It starts snowing that same day, right? So I decided to go ahead and pull it over. I don't really feel comfortable driving in the snow. I pull it over to a rest area, and I send my macro 22 is what it called. I let the company, or my company, Swift, know that I'm gonna be late. And also I see that they have a phone number, the company, and I call them. So I call them, hey, I'm a driver from Swift. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm gonna be running a little bit late. It's snowing. I'll be there around 2 p.m. He's like, great, thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. Boom. So Swift calls me right after that. They say, hey, we appreciate you calling the owner. He just called us and let us know that he really was thankful for the update. We really appreciate what you're doing out there. So I'm like, damn, like I'm driving good. I'm learning how to back into these tight spaces. I'm learning how to park up at the truck stops, and I'm doing my bid on the customer side too. Like maybe I'm cut out for this. I'm feeling really good, right? I'm feeling really, really good. No incidents at this point, right? Little did I know. So shortly after the call, I decided to do my due diligence on this place that I'm going. So this is one thing my mentor had taught me. He's like, whenever you're going somewhere, make sure you use some type of app like Google Maps or Trucker Path to get a satellite view on the entrance or on the place, so you can see where the entrance is at. Potentially if there's maybe a back entrance that you need to be using that's more suitable for trucks, or if there's a tight turnaround there that you try to avoid. Just trying to get a good grasp of what you're going to be heading into, because driving on the interstate, on the main road, that's the easy part. Most people get stuck getting into where the location that they're going. So I do that, and I look up the place, and I'm a little concerned because when I look up the address, and I looked it up multiple times on different apps just to make sure, all that's coming up is a shed. And when I say a shed, I'm not exaggerating. I mean like an actual shed. So I'm like, okay, let me look on the Swift navigation, and if it's on the Swift navigation, that's obviously where it's at. So it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, I've dealt with this before. I'm not going to panic. I know what this is. This is old development. This is probably, pictures from 10 years ago. They probably built like a whole facility over here now. I don't really have to worry about it. I'm just going to pull up. I just need to make sure it's the right location. So I do away with that. So boom. I wake up the next morning. I head out. The roads are still a little bit slick. I'm getting a little bit closer to my destination, probably like 15 minutes away. And this, if you're superstitious, you could say this is probably the first bad omen. I hit a bird. It hits my windshield. Boom. I don't know if the snow had affected him, weighed down his wings a little bit. It was a little wet out there. But when I tell you it threw me off a little bit, it was the thud. I just heard the thud, and I didn't appreciate the sound. So that threw me off a little bit. Got me a little bit weirded out. First time I ever hit any type of wildlife, and I never would expect it to be a bird, because how do you manage to do that? You got the whole sky. But besides the point, so I'm getting close at this point, and as I'm getting, it kind of had slipped my mind, the whole shed dilemma, because I kind of had put that to rest, you know, with the theory that I just explained. But I'm about less than a minute from the destination now, and all I see is residential, very small homes on the side that this destination that I'm approaching is supposed to be on. So I'm like, okay, when is it going to turn more industrial? So as I'm getting closer and closer, I realize, okay, I'm about to pull up. And I do, and it really is a shed. It truly is a shed. So at this point, I'm already faced with a decision on where to park, because this is a 2-lane highway, not a highway, but a 2-lane road, and I have to decide where to park right now. And wherever I park the trailer, that's where the trailer stays, because there's no way I can maneuver up out of here. Like, wherever the trailer goes initially is where it stays. So I'm gonna try to put up a little picture so you guys could see visually what I'm explaining here. I pull in and I get on the right side of the building with the trailer doors facing the road. So I'm looking around, and I do see that the business name is printed on the side of the van parked outside of the truck. So I'm like, okay, I'm here. There's no loading dock here. There's no type of vehicles, what is it called, to unload the trailer. There's nothing around. There's no type of vans, like anything. There's nothing that would give you the insinuation that 53-foot trailers belong here. Like, there's no room, there's nothing. So I go inside, I meet the business owner, we're chopping it up. So I'm like, I'm here to deliver this load, here you go. And he very, very, very nice man. Him and his daughter are in there. So I'm like, apparently this is the first shipment they ever got, ever, with the 53-foot trailer at this location. They had a previous location, I guess, where they had everything necessary. But I mean, guys, when I tell you this trailer looks wrong where it's at, it's not the place for a trailer like that to be there. So I'm chopping it up. His daughter's in there. They're telling me about how the last truck driver that they have to deal with, because they probably only get these type of shipments maybe once every 6 months. It's a lot of stuff in there, and this is plumbing hardware, if I didn't mention. They're telling me about how the last truck driver, he didn't really know how to back up, and man, for some reason, like, they're just gassing me up. They're like, you look like you know what you're doing. Like, we trust you to do what you need to do, because we can tell you got experience. So I'm like, nah, I'm new. But they're insisting that, like, I'm different from the last guy. They haven't even seen me drive at all. So this is where, like, I'm not gonna say it was a mistake to ask him, because I was doing my professional courtesy. So I'm like, yes, sir, where do you want me to place this trailer at? Like, because right now I'm parked on the right side of the building, and I'm praying that he says, yeah, just keep it right there, that's fine. But he's like, well, I'd rather it be on the other side of the building with the doors facing the street, kind of how it is now, but on the other side. So because apparently he loads it onto the back of his truck, like a pickup truck. No idea how, but I'm like, okay. I'm not really sure how doable that's going to be, but you know what? They treated me well. They seem like nice folks, and they've already gassed me up as the best driver ever, so it's time to prove it. But I'm not completely stupid. I'm like, okay, well, if you can do me a favor, I'm going to need a spot. I'm going to need you to get out there and kind of guide me back. Because right after he told me that he wants me to move it, I'm already planning how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to have to back out onto the main road, blindsided, out onto the main road. And as you can see from the thumbnail, there is a latrine or a ditch on the left side of the road. So basically, I have to bend it very, very hard onto the main road with oncoming traffic. So he's like, no problem. I could help you back out, and yeah, there's no issue. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take it slow. There's not too much traffic. It's nothing crazy. Like I said, it's a snowy day. So as I'm walking out, I'm just looking at this guy's demeanor. You know, I'm just kind of just peeping his energy, and he looks nervous. He looks very nervous, but I'm like, I don't know what that's about. Maybe he's got something going on with his wife. wife. I don't know, right? So I get into the truck and I start bending it. So I'm bending the wheel left to make the trailer go right to get back onto the street. And I'm bending it, what I think to be very hard. I don't know, looking back as, you know, a little bit more of an intermediate driver, I should have bent it to the point where I'm almost about to jackknife. Not clearly jackknifing, but just so I can have that peace of mind that my trailer is on the street. It's not close to that ditch or anything over there. It's on the street, and I could just, you know, do what I need to do. But there was other obstacles too. It was just all bad. But anyway, so he's telling me back it up. I have a spotter, so none of this should really be an issue because I got 2 set of eyes. He's telling me back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And then I look out my mirror, and you know, he stops giving me the signal, and he just like, his face is expressionless. Like, it's like he's not even there. So I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that one bit. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to lose faith as this guy as a spotter. So I'm like, let me pull up, put it in drive. At this point, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go back to where I'm at. This is not a good idea. Try to put it in drive, it's not moving. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, because the road is slick. Let me put it in forward. Let me put it in 4-wheel drive. Still not moving. So at this point, my heartbeat starts to pick up a little bit because now I have to get outside and see what's going on. So I get out, and my entire set of tandems are all in the ditch. Oh! One of them.
We fucked up.
When the people got there to pull me out, they were a little bit surprised how like strong a fifth wheel is, because it seemed, the angle that it was at, I don't know if I had pictures, it seemed like it would have broke the fifth wheel and completely flipped. And it didn't even feel like much, which is the crazy part. But I'm in the ditch at this point, so I'm a rookie driver. I get out and I'm panicking, bro. Like, I'm trying to keep it calm, but I'm panicking. The first thing that really came to my mind is like, oh, okay, I need to put on a beanie and a hoodie right now because I'm gonna be on Bonehead Truckers. Like, I'm gonna see myself on YouTube. Like, they're going to flame me. Like, I have a Swift trailer. I'm gonna get crucified out here. That was stupid, but so I'm like, oh, like, I don't know what to do. So like, I'm trying to figure out the right Swift number to call, and like I'm blocking the main road. There's cars coming. They're all looking at me, and they have to like drive on his property just to get around. So I'm like, okay, I need to get these yellow cones out. So everything's just going wrong at this point because I'm just everywhere. I'm sporadic. I'm grabbing the triangles, but they don't come as triangles. They come as like a straight slab, and I don't know how to make them to a triangle. So I'm like, forget it. I'll just throw them out. I'll just put them as they are. So like, I'm just putting more obstacles in the road for people to run over like a goofy. But somebody else was there. He got them into the triangle, right? So, man, I'm trying to get Swift on the phone. Eventually I do. I explain to them what's happening, and they're like, okay, you know, they're hearing me. They're like, okay, did you send a get out and look? I'm like, yeah, I didn't. So a police officer comes. I'm glad he did, because there was actually one car. This could have been really bad. One car wasn't paying attention. He was on his phone. He could have flew into the trailer and killed himself. But we got his attention, and he stopped. So he shut down the whole road, and you know, Swift is just trying to get like a tow truck dispatched to winch me out, basically pull me out. But he's like, hey, you know, you only got a certain amount of time because this is a very big road here. I'm gonna call my guy if they don't come soon enough. So that's eventually what ended up happening. And Swift, they're like, yeah, whoever can get out there the quickest, let's just go with that option. So he comes out, he winches me out, man. And everybody, you know, was super casual, super cool. The officer, he did say that, you know, I can cite you for reckless driving.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
And you know, that at that point, like, I was that's kind of like career suicide in a way, because you know, insurance, I'm 21, insurance is already expensive and stuff, so that would be bad. But anyway, he said since there was no damage to anything, luckily he's not gonna cite me. But yeah, y'all, that's just that's basically everything that happened. Is, you know, it's nothing super crazy. Nobody got hurt, thank God. No crazy damage. But that's just a lot of what you learn as like a rookie. I'm still a rookie, obviously, but what I've learned is kind of, it all starts with the decision making. Like, sure, you might have great capabilities, but there's some spots at the truck spots, the truck stops, where you probably shouldn't even attempt, you know. And there's certain places where you go, you can't really maneuver, and you shouldn't try to ever force it. So I'm still learning every day. I would have treated that a lot differently. I probably would have declined the load, honestly, if I'm being honest, because whatever company you work for, a lot of people tell me this, their name isn't on your CDL, it's your name. So you can't really be risking your career like that. But yeah, man, I got stuck in a ditch. Nothing has happened since then. I'm sure something's gonna happen again. That's just kind of how it goes. You just gotta hope that it's not career or life threatening. So if anything does happen, y'all will know about it about 3 to 4 months later after it happens, once I recover emotionally. But that's gonna be it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gone.